Hey guys, welcome. Today I'm going to be explaining to you how to play and the rules of my minigame, The Islands. Now, if you are not part of the My Minecraft minigame club, then on Xbox, then this video is nothing. It's just ignore it. This is for people who want to play this game and to learn how to play and the rules, so I don't have to keep explaining to new people. Okay. So, the main objective of this game is to take your team to the enemy base. Here, we'll just say blue, take your team to enemy base and replace this 2x3 flag with your wool. Now, once that happens, you win the game. There's two game modes. There's the team one, and then there's the free-for-all one. So, let's start with the rules about travel and safe space. So we'll go with safe space first. Or here, I'll tell you guys how we start off the game first. So we start off here in the middle. Teams get together. You start off, host says go, so I'll say go, and then you run up your ladder and you basically start the game. So rules about safe space. The ladder and the obsidian box is the team's safe space. You cannot attack anyone outside of it, or nor anyone can't attack you inside of it. So, now moving on to the rules about travel. Main rule, there's a lot of main rules, but when you're at the bottom, there's no building up from the bottom to the top. All building must be from island to island. Now, you can build as high as you want, you can build out as far as you want, you can put a waterfall and build as low as you want, as long as it's not touching the ground. So, when you're building, you just basically want to build to the enemy island and capture it, and that's one rule about building. Now, when it comes to waterfalls, this is a very important rule about waterfalls, because as I said before, there's no building from bottom to top at all. No building blocks can touch the bottom. So you might ask, what happens if a waterfall comes down? And basically, the rule is you can't float up a waterfall. We can't control the water from hitting the bottom, so no floating up the waterfalls. You may place water wherever you want, as long as you don't start from the bottom and build and float up. Now, there's an exception. Say you're running here, I'll show you guys. Say you want to run to the enemy's base, but they deleted it. You can jump into the waterfall. Now, see, I didn't touch the bottom right there. As long as you don't touch the bottom, you can float up the waterfall. You can jump from a platform into a waterfall and float up it. It's their fault for placing the water, right? Now, this is not float. If you land here, this is still the bottom. You can't float up it. You have to go back to your team's ladder and climb up. So, that's rules about water. Continuing on with the travel rules. Ladders, you can only the team can climb up their ladder. You can't climb up other teams' ladders. I think that's kind of obvious. And about the bottom. So, sometimes this happens all the time. People will get sniped off and they'll fall to their deaths. The bottom, you can come to the bottom anytime you want. The only rule about the bottom is you can't build on the bottom. You can't build up. But you can delete dirt to collect blocks. You can come down here to collect the stuff that you lost. If you fall to your death, you come down here and grab the lava. Make a bucket, grab the lava. Anything down here is yours to delete. Another rule about travel, no leaving the arena. And this is the last rule about travel. You are supplied with a lot of wool to use to place on the flag. This is your wool. The only thing you can't do with the wool is use it as building blocks. You can use dirt, stone, blah, blah, blah. You just can't use wool as building blocks to build to other islands. Alright? So, now we're going to move on to rules about the flag. So let's say you make it to the enemy base, and you're like, okay, this needs to be fixed. I need to replace my wool on the enemy flag. So you get here, In order to win the game, you need to replace all of your wool on the enemy flag. This is not replacing all of the wool on the enemy flag, so this means that blue's still in the game. Now, say I'm the blue team, and I'm like, oh no, they placed 3 blocks of wool. You cannot delete the wool that has been placed. Once it's placed, you cannot delete it. It's against the rules. Let me change this. Now, let's say if red team comes and they only place 2 blocks. You are allowed to replace an empty space with your block. That is perfectly fine. So, that's the rules about the flag. One more rule about flag is no pouring lava on top of the flag. It ruins the game. That's basically it about the rules. Now, this is the teams island. We're going to move to the free-for-all island because there's just 2 little things that are changed because it's free-for-all. Now, let's go to purple island right here. So let's say it's purple versus blue versus red. Now, purple can get eliminated by just any color. It doesn't have to be a solid enemy color. As long as all their wool is replaced with enemy colors, doesn't matter what enemy color, doesn't matter if it's multiple enemy colors, as long as it's all replaced, they lose. They are out of the game. Now, and then there's one more rule about travel when it comes to free-for-all islands. So, a lot of the times we won't have full 8 players. All the islands won't be filled up. So, middle islands you can go, no problem, anytime. But say if it's just a red versus blue versus purple game. Yellow, there's no one on the yellow island. There's only 3 people playing. That means this island is off limits. You can't build to it. You can't even touch it. It's off limits because then you'll be accused of stealing their stuff, and their stuff is off limits. So, that's basically it. I hope you guys understood this video. If you guys didn't understand the video, feel free to ask me questions when we're in the game lobby, and if I continue to get things like I don't understand the video, I don't understand the rules, then I'll remake the video and remodel it. So, hopefully this island looks fun to you. Out of all the people who have been playing with me, it is fun. People say that they love it. So, I know it's complicated, but once you understand the rules and once you played it once, it's a lot of fun. So, look forward to seeing you on this world, and if you want to, join the Minecraft Custom Minigame Club on Xbox, and hopefully you enjoyed. Well, I guess you didn't enjoy since it's a learning video, but hopefully you guys enjoy the game mode when you guys play. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day, have a nice night. See you on the battlefield.